Good morning. My name's Travis Lipp, one of the operations section chiefs for Rocky Mountain Team 1. Here this morning on Friday, September 6th on the Wapiti fire for today's operational period briefing. So before we get started, fire's just over 113,000 acres and containment did go up to 12%. As I go around the fire, I will show you where that containment was where we had the containment and where we had the activity yesterday that increased acreage. So with that, we'll get started again. We'll start over in branch 4. We'll start down in Sourdough, 10 Axe, 2 Ravens area. Continue to have resources in there, just continuing to fine tune some hose lays and structure defense equipment. Big operation going on in there today will be the tub grinder chipping. There's 5 to 6 big piles. They'll start that operation today utilizing that tub grinder chipper and then hauling them out of that area. Moving around up by Warm Springs, we continue to watch the Chapman Creek on the south side. There's a small area just south of Highway 21. Got a hose lay in there right along the creek, and we're just letting the fire back down to there. Again, that is not a primary line, but what that is going to do is hold that fire up and slow any spread to the west towards the Sourdough, 10 Axe, 2 Ravens area. It's a solid stringer of timber in there, so slowing this down and checking that up is a good stroke. Continuing on to the north side of 21 in Warm Springs. Continue to watch this fire just back. Not super active yesterday, but it is one of the areas where we did see some growth. That fire does continue to just kind of flank to the west. We do have our resources in place, and we got a strategic firing plan ready should we need to initiate firing activity in that area to keep the fire squared up along Highway 21. Don't anticipate any firing in there today or this evening, but probably tomorrow we'll start initiating some strategic firing operations in there. Coming back up on the west side into the Mike Bull Trout campground area. Continue to secure and mop up around that area. It's looking really good, but we just continue to secure around the campground. Highway 21 corridor going up to the Boy Scout camp. Prepped, ready to go. Continue to watch around Copper Mountain, this activity, Thatcher Creek area. Again, 2 areas yesterday where there was some activity and where we did see some growth, but nothing major that made any pushes. We'll continue to watch that area, strategic firing plan in place should we need to initiate firing, especially in the Copper Mountain area, to keep that squared up. We'll come back down around into the east side into branch 6, Papa. They continue to mop up and secure around the slop that happened north of Highway 21. As you can see, I talked about additional containment from yesterday. Right here around the slop, that is now turned black, so that is one area where we did add some additional containment. We still have crews that will go in there and continue to check, mop up, and just make sure everything is secured. We do continue to watch the fire on the east side of the 21 here. Continue to watch that in Thatcher. Just prepared should we need to initiate any firing to keep this section squared as well. Again, when I say squared, I want to just remind folks what we're trying to do there is keep up with the fire. So should it make a push, it just reduces any intensity going to our control lines, and it gives us a higher probability of keeping it within those control lines. Continuing all the way down from Boy Scout camp, all the way down Stanley Lake, 2 Ravens, Homestead, Crooked Creek, Iron Creek. Continue to have folks in there continuing to mop up and secure. We also continue our chipping operations. A lot of slash was put along roadsides near our values at risk from when we were prepping. We got chippers in there. Crews are chipping that slash up and getting it out of there to start some suppression repair operations. You will continue to see our resources spread out through all those areas. We did repopulate home all the way from Valley down to Iron Creek yesterday. So just a reminder to folks, we will continue to have our resources spread out throughout all those areas, and you will continue to see smoke in the future, but our resources are engaged in those areas. Nip and tuck spot. From a week ago or so, we continue to go in there and check that area as well. Coming down south of Stanley, down south of Goat Falls, Stanley Lake Ranger District, down to Redfish. Our line is in place, ready to go. Hose lays are in place and ready to go as well. Big thing, our shaded fuel break that we're putting in along the 210 road here. Probably about 4 more days of that, and that will be complete. And then this section west of Highway 75 and the values that we have along there will be all assessed and ready to go as well. We are continuing to watch the fire up here in the wilderness, in the Barren drainage and Goat Creek drainage. Limited movement, but it still does move. It still does continue to move slowly. So we'll watch that again. If it does come over the top and line up with weather or what changes in weather and make any pushes either to the east toward Redfish, Stanley Ranger District, or Stanley proper, we got our lines in place and ready to go. Firing plans in place and ready to go as well. So again, a good day yesterday, expect a good day today with weather continuing to be warm and conditions dry. We do expect some activity similar to what we had yesterday. Aircraft wise, we still continue to have 4 Type 1 helicopters available to us for air operations, as well as our drone is available, and scoopers should they be needed. We will also have resources available to continue to support initial attack activities. Lastly, I want to just say today is a transition day. Great Basin Team 7 will take this fire over tomorrow. Today is Rocky Mountain Team 1's last official day managing this fire. So we'll spend a lot of time with those incoming resources, giving them as much intel that we can. They'll hit the ground running tomorrow and take over operations of this fire. I just do want to say it's been an honor working in this beautiful country that you folks have, and I hope to come back someday, not working, and spend some time. So with that, have a good day.